Hello Facebook. Today is Thursday. I'm doing a special edition because yesterday I talked a lot about flashbacks of my first 2 years at UNC with the band. So now I'm going to get more into the current stuff because there's been a lot of sports news to talk about in the last week or so. I've actually wrote some notes down to cover what I want to talk about, but let me start with something that's not on the list because it happened 2 days ago. The Tim Tebow, Kyle Orton thing is just starting to get on my nerves. Tim Tebow is clearly the second best quarterback on the roster. That's cool and all. But Kyle Orton sat there and lost me the minute he came out and said, "Thank God the fans don't choose the QB. The last thing I want to do is please the fans." He said stuff like that, and I'm thinking, you signed up for this. You play professional football. You need to have the fans on your side. The fans, they're totally there to support you. And with comments like that, I wouldn't be surprised if they booed you the minute your tail walked on the field. You don't you don't put yourself away from the fans. Don't distance yourself away from the fans. That's the reason why we don't like pro. Reason why people like me don't like pro football in the first place like that. Comments like that, stupid, and you're not good. Check your record from last year. Um, Next, Steve Williams. Um, Steve Wood, the ex-caddy of Tiger Woods, at the Bridgestone Invitational Tournament, Adam Scott won the tournament, but the only person I heard about was Steve Williams. That's the only person I've heard about. He's sitting there talking about this is the best one I ever had, most satisfying. I've been a caddy for 30 years. You're hogging the spotlight away from Adam Scott. I don't know what your deal is, but you need to get off my screen. You are a caddy, and you're sitting on millions from Tiger Woods. So you don't need to be talking crap about him, and you don't need to be on my TV screen or on Sports Center. I'm up there. I want to see I want to see like Barcelona and Mexico and USA and the Yankees. I don't want to see Steve Williams. I don't want to see a caddy on my Sports Center. That's stupid. Go off my screen. Next, the preseason does start tonight for the NFL. I'm very, very happy about that. I know ESPN is airing the Seahawks Chargers game, so I will definitely be watching that. It's just a good feeling to be able to watch football again, after this lockout and this. It's been a while because I've been stuck watching baseball and I've been trying to get into soccer lately. I actually watched the USA Mexico game last night, which was actually good. It was really good. But yeah, it's nice for football to actually be back. Next, I've Boston Yankees. Boston Yankees played a best of three this past weekend, and Boston took two of three. Boston has now won 10 or 12 games against the Yankees, and that is not good news for the Yankees. These these two teams are leading the AL East. One's going to get the AL East, which is probably Boston, and the Yankees are going to get the wild cards. One's going to get the one, and one's going to get the other. And I don't see any other ALCS matchup than the Yankees and the Red Sox. With that said, the Yankees are going to have to improve their records with the Red Sox if they really want a chance. The ACC Sabathia is like phenomenal against everybody else, but he has like a 7.2 ERA. He's like 0 and 4, 0 and 5 against the Red Sox. So that's an issue. They definitely need to fix that. But there's like 6 games left, so the Yankees can definitely improve on this, make it better. Next, the NFL all season madness, free agency madness. Two teams came out and definitely separated themselves from the rest. One is Philadelphia. Philadelphia reminds me a lot of like the Miami Heat. And it's not because of like not comparing with like LeBron moving over, but the fact they got all these really really good stars and they put themselves in a really really good position to contend for the Super Bowl this year. And you already have Michael Vick, you already had Deshaun Jackson. You're adding a really good running back in Ronnie Brown. You have Nandi on defense. You have Rogers Camardi on defense. You have Vince Young as your backup QB. So Michael Vick gets hurt, which will, let's be honest, he plays physical enough, so he's probably gonna get hurt this year. Vince Young can come in. Hopefully he plays well. The Eagles should easily win the NFC East. I know the Cowboys. People are hyping the Cowboys. Rob Ryan's talking his trash. Whatever. Eagles. You cannot win the NFC East. something's wrong with y'all. You have way too much talent. Your salary cap just seems endless based on what I keep hearing. But y'all are the odds-on favorites, so definitely got to fulfill that role this year. Next is the New England Patriots. I think they also won. They got Ocho Cinco. That was surprising to me because I feel like Belichick is like over here somewhere, and Ocho Cinco's on totally on the opposite side. But I do see a really good connection between Ocho Cinco and Tom Brady. Also, they got Albert Haynesworth, which will definitely help out their defense because I felt like New England, I think, was like 14-2. They had a really good record last year, but their defense was easily a big weakness. Their secondary, any passing threat was like slicing and dicing through that defense. So that so Albert would definitely change that because they didn't have a pass rush in past years. So that's good for them. Um, Next, I'll talk about the coaches poll. And just try to rehash this really quickly. Number one is Oklahoma. I can't buy Oklahoma as number one. I just can't. I don't see them holding that trophy up. It'll probably be number two Alabama because it always seems to be SEC. Oregon number three is too riddled with scandal. Don't sleep on LSU number four. They're very talented. Number five is way too high. Florida State for an ACC school. There's not been an ACC school relevant enough to be that high in the rankings. Florida State, in my opinion, will probably win the Atlantic. I do not see them winning the ACC. This is supposed to be their year, and that's why I'm calling it a choke. I do not see Florida State living up to the hype. Their hype has been in access because the media wants them back. It's just big media crush, and the media just needs to get over it. Number 16, Ohio State, Sue High. They're real in the scandal. New coach, Terrell Pryor booked it. Five really good players on their rosters out, and they still have them 16th best. Not buying that. So the media can get over that. Auburn, number 19, has the minute Cam Newton left Auburn, Auburn should have been out off the top 25. That was automatically an issue. So Auburn should not even be on that list. And then Florida and Texas, maybe they'll be good. I think Texas has a better chance of being more relevant than Florida. Florida has to deal with South Carolina and Georgia, and new head coach and everything. Their quarterback sucks. I do not see them being the 23rd best team in the country. Texas, Texas has to still deal with Oklahoma State, which is like number 8, and Oklahoma. I don't see anything there either. And their little quarterback is very, very overrated. I mean, Texas had more talent than their 5-7 record last year. So I don't expect a ton of improvement. I don't expect overnight like 10-2. And that's just my thoughts. Um, just a quick rehash on the ACC schools. Florida State was number 5 on the list. Virginia Tech was number 13. Respect Frank Beamer always, even if they can't win the big game. Miami had 49 votes, they're just outside of the top 25. UNC is like number 36 receiving votes, they're like number 14. Clemson, they had 14 votes, excuse me. Clemson had 7 votes. State had 4, and Georgia Tech had 1. So let's see what the ACC does this year in college football.